Hello, and good evening to you. Good evening to you. So I can see three people already: Rama, Isa, Victoria, and Iroma. You're all welcome to tonight's live meeting. This is actually the first for the Inner Circle Mentorship. This is the first meeting we're having, so you're welcome. This night I'll be setting the pace setting the pace for meetings for the program generally. So I want to know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comments so I can continue. If you can hear me, let me know. Then if I lose a connection at any point, also call my attention. Okay. So tonight we'll be discussing quite a number of things. Let me turn on my camera so that you can see me. So yeah, this is my face, small face. We'll be discussing clarity and self-discovery. Then I'll be setting the pace for this program, this Inner Circle program. Yeah. So I'm waiting for some people to join. I'm waiting for some people to join before I continue. If you're already here, you can tell them. You can tell those in the group that we are live. Okay, you can tell those in the group that we are live so that they can join. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to do that now. Please join in. Please join in. Okay, good. When we talk about clarity and self-discovery, what are we trying to understand? What are we talking about? And not just that, I would also be, like I said, I will also be introducing the topic of mentorship to you. Okay, I'll be introducing the topic of mentorship to us. So if you come in, let me know. If you come in, let me know. I want to feel the energy in the room. Once you come in, let me know that you're in. Okay. So like I said, I'll be discussing the topic of mentorship. What is this mentorship about? What is mentoring about? What does it mean? And a few tips on how we can make this the best experience for us both. Yeah. So um, I'm yet to see people here. I'm yet to see people here. I'm seeing only a few people. Yeah. So like I was saying, um, why talking about clarity and self-discovery, there are some things I've found out that many people don't even look at. There's so many things people don't look at when trying to understand themselves. And metrics they don't look at. And I'll talk about those metrics. I'll discuss them with you. So before then, mentorship. What is mentorship? Mentorship is a relationship. That's the first thing you have to understand. Is a relationship. Okay, where somebody who is perceived to be higher in a particular thing, who is specific to know more about a particular thing, guides and leads another person through. Okay. Um, I won't go so much into the details. I'll send across a teaching I did on a platform on mentorship, quite an extensive teaching. I'll send it across so that you can go and listen to that teaching. It's very expository, and I feel it's going to be very useful to you at this point. Okay, so yes, mentorship is a relationship, and that's what I want to focus on right now. For you to experience a blissful relationship, you have to understand that you have obligations, you have responsibilities. Okay. I believe this is going to be very enjoyable and fun for us. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to guide. I've always wanted to lead. I've always wanted to mentor people who would not just do well, but do better than I have done in record time. It's not lip service. It's not just mere talk. No. I mean, if something has taken me 7 years to do, it should take you 7 weeks. It should take you 7 days. It can even take you 7 minutes. That's the power of knowledge, information. I'm not saying that you will skip process. No, not at all. The only difference is that mentorship is an accelerator of your journey. It's a success accelerator. It's a success catalyst. So the process is not as harsh. The process is not going to be as long. It's not going to be as boring. It's not going to be as painful as it were meant to be. Okay, as it was meant to be if you were to be doing the journey alone. Okay, that's the power of information, coaching, mentoring. There are some things that you know I that took me so many years, so many years, yeah, to learn and master. And I get shocked when I teach people these things, and within just 2 days, I see them reaping off the benefits massively, massively. And I'm like, well, I signed up for it. you know, Something that took me years and years and years to learn. And then I host a class, a free class at that. And I teach people and I see them run with that. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. And at the same time, I feel I would have enjoyed, or let me say, I would have been much happier if I found somebody who did something similar for me, who came to break things down for me to that level that I could pick it up and take off. Okay. So that's the power of mentorship when you understand it. That's the power of mentorship. I operate an open policy and a very, very open system. Very open, very transparent. Okay. So you can tell me anything. You can literally walk up to me and tell me, okay, you are getting overwhelmed, you are getting burdened. This is the reason you can't do this. I'm not saying you should be making excuses. I'm not saying you should be making excuses every time. But you can tell me anything. You can tell me that you don't like my face. You want me to be hiding my face every time we go live, that you don't like it. You can tell me that you like my face. You want me to be using videos every time we go live. Yeah, maybe. Or that my hair, I didn't comb my hair. Okay, so you can tell me anything, right? You can tell me anything. And that's one way we can assure ourselves that we'd enjoy this relationship. Okay. Um, that said, you have to you have to assume your role. You have to understand that you also have a part to play in this. Okay. You should try as much as possible not to make excuses for this. You've started the journey, you have to finish it. Okay. You have to finish it. This is not a military zone. It's not a I will not bully you into anything, into doing anything. I won't try to use you. No, not at all. That one is out of the equation. Okay. Um, but I want you to do this with your heart. Okay. I want you to do it with your heart. I want you to do this with your heart. Okay. This is meant to be in your calendar. I'll still release the dates, our meeting dates. I'll release when I finalize, I'll put it out so that you can block your calendar. That's one thing I want you to do for me. Promise me you will do that. Go to your calendar, block those dates. There's a way you can set repeat in your calendar, repeat. So let's say every Friday and Sunday, it's going to ring by this time. So once the alarm blasts off, you know that, hey, I should be somewhere in the next 30 minutes. I should be somewhere in the next 1 hour. Okay. Over time, I've been able to um I've been able to what am I even okay. Over time, I've been able to do a lot of things. I've been able to do a lot of things. I don't know, something is blocking my screen, so I'm trying to pull it out. Ah, well. Okay. Hope you can still hear me. Hope you can hear me. So I've been able to do a lot of things over time. I've been able to train people in their numbers in thousands. I've been able to attend events here and there. And one thing helps me a lot, and that's calendar. I always set reminders. I always go to my calendar. I may not write it down on paper, but I always go to immediately I'm seeing this one, I'm going to my calendar and I'm fixing it. So I will have reminders. Your brain is not, your brain is smarter than machines, but sometimes less efficient. Okay, less efficient at remembering some details because you are human. You are doing a lot of things at the same time, whether you like it or not. You are not programmed to just do one or two things. No, you are carrying a lot of load, responsibilities, interests, burdens, abilities. So all those things fashioned in you may not allow you to actually remember some tiny details like this. So you have to do the extra work of going to your calendar and blocking these dates, okay, blocking this time, so that no matter what, when you know, okay, meeting should be holding by this time, you'll be there. Okay, understand things that will make this relationship work as well. When I give a task, try and do it. Try and do it. I know you may be busy. I know you may have a lot of things going on, but that's why I said always come to me and express yourself to me. Good a thing. We are not even too plenty in this cohort. We are not too plenty. I think we're about 15 or 16. We're not too many, but I think it's better that way. Yeah. At least for a start, it's better that way. I have more time with you. So you can come to me anytime, anytime. Tell me, okay, this is what you are going through, this is what you are passing through, this is why you can't make it to this event or something like that. So I would always, understand you. I would always understand you. Okay. Understand what makes mentorship work, what makes any relationship work. Understanding, communication, loyalty. These things are fundamental secrets. Okay, loyalty. If I won't force you to publicly identify with me at this level, no. At this level, we are still doing coaching. I'm doing coaching and mentoring alongside. So this is going to last for 3 months. The period of coaching and mentoring, of which you are meant to go for a break, a month's break. And as you are coming back, you need to have something you are launching. Some of you are already launching out. That's good. But even at that point, you will still need to have something that you are coming back from after your period of reasoning, reflection, reinvention. You're meant to have something you are coming back to offer the world, you know. So at this period, at this phase, we're still relating on coaching and mentoring terms. Yeah. And you can refer to me as your coach. If you are not proud to refer to me as your mentor, that's fine. That's very okay. As we go on, you decide. It's up to you. It's completely up to you to know if you want to publicly identify with me as a mentor. One thing I've learned too is that assumptions kill relationships. Assumptions damage relationships. Whether it is marriage, whether it is okay, let me not say marriage. Let me not say marriage. Whether it is uh what is it called? Romantic relationships, or whether it is friendships or something like that. You can't assume that somebody is your friend. You can't assume that somebody is in a relationship with you if both parties don't agree. Okay? You don't know. You're already introducing somebody to your friends as your fiancé. You know, the next thing an ivy flying around, and it's not your face that is there. It's going to be very embarrassing. The same way with mentorship. Yeah. Um, I will not assume. It will be risky for me to assume, oh, this person is my mentee until I can confirm it, right? It will be risky for you to assume that, okay, this person is your mentor, whether it's me or somebody outside, until you can witness from within you that this is actually what you are doing with this person. Okay. There's scenario situations where people get into mentoring relationships, and they assume it's mentoring, but it's not actually. The first experience I had, the first experience, or let me call it the second. The first one, I did a free mentorship program that attracted over 300 people. And at the end of the day, I found out it was a mess. People took it for granted. Normally it's free. So they ended up messing the opportunity up. The second one, I started charging very low. I just wanted to help people. I wanted to have as many people as possible. And at the end of the day, a lot of things happened. It didn't go so well. Yeah. But one thing I did at that point, there was a period I went to their DMs and I started sending them messages. I created a broadcast list, and I sent it to them, sent messages to them, and I asked them this question. Just the way in the Bible, Jesus asked his disciples, who do people say that I am? I went to these people and I asked them, what am I to you? What am I to you, a coach or a mentor? Because there's a clear distinction between these two. Okay. And some of them said coach, some of them said both, some of them said mentor, some of them said um guide, a lot of things. Some said brother. Some said brother. So I don't know. Say brother, true. So all the things I've been doing, I understand, but maybe I don't really understand. So what I did was to put everybody where they belong. Okay. So if you say you are my brother, I'll put you where brothers belong. I'll put, you may not know, you may not know. So I had to extract. I had to look out for people who were really, really keen on maintaining and sustaining that relationship. And I tried as much as I could to carry them along. Okay. So assumption is dangerous. Voila. I don't know about that one. No. Iroma is saying you're like a brother to me. I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw it, but I was like, okay, fine. If that's the case, let's do it the brother way. Let's brother ourselves and sister ourselves and uncle ourselves. But if it's mentorship, that's not the way it's done. Okay. So loyalty has to be there. Like I said, I will not force you to publicly identify with me as a mentor. Now, the thing is this: after the 3 months period, even before then, even after this call, you must have been able to choose, okay, do you want this guy to mentor, or do you want this guy to just be your coach? And, let's do it that way. You still get a lot of value from me either ways, you know. So, like I said, mentoring is deeper. Mentoring is a lot deeper. That identification is there. There's no way you'll be married and you'll not be wearing your ring because you don't want people to know that you are married. You don't want to wear your wedding ring. you're ashamed of your wife or you're ashamed of your husband. That's what it means. Okay, you're ashamed to tell the world that you're married. So that public identification has to be there. Remember, I said I won't force anybody, right? So it's up to you. At the end of the 3 months, I should be able to know who is really in this with me, who is really keen on building long term with me, who is really ready to do this work with me, this journey with me after all the learning and coaching. Okay, so that's where the real mentorship begins. But it is merit based. I have to be able to see it. I have to be able to see it from your attendance, from your participation, from your willingness to do the work, from your commitment, from your loyalty. I have to be able to perceive these things for me to know that you are really in the game. All right. So yeah, I've talked a lot. I've talked a lot. The relationship is a two-way traffic. It's a two-way traffic. So you have to step up, right? You have to step up your game so that this would make sense for us both. So let's get over to, if you have any question at all at any point, you can drop the question in the comments and I'll address it. If you have any question at all, um, let me reassure you. Let me reassure you. This is going to be fun. All right. This is going to be so fun. I mean, it's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be really, really, really fun. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments section and I'll take it over from there. Let's get over to the next session. That's on clarity and self-discovery. Okay. I'll be talking briefly on this clarity, self-discovery. A lot of times you can't start anything unless you discover yourself first. Okay. You can't do anything unless you know who you are, unless you know who you are, unless you know what you are meant to be doing, unless you know what makes you tick, unless you know the kind of structure you are built as. Okay? Every human being is indeed a structure. If you don't understand the position, let me give you an example. If you're into building, there are certain kinds of buildings you can't build on some kinds of lands, topographies. Okay, so no matter how strong the materials you are using for that buildings are, if you attempt to make such a mistake, it's going to crash. It's going to crash. So you have to do a lot of analysis, you have to do a lot of surveys to understand who you are, what you are here for, what's going to work for you. Because if you don't do that, you end up becoming like a round peg trying to fit into a square hole, or a square peg trying so hard, so hard to fit into a round hole. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I see a lot of people today. Today they're in this one. Tomorrow they are learning graphics design. Next is affiliate marketing. And at the end of the day, it is aimless. There's a difference between you doing all those things because you know what you want to do with them, and just because somebody posted, I made 20K from graphics design, I made 3 million from affiliate marketing, so you feel it's your next liberation strategy and you want to jump in. Those are different things. Okay, but if you have clarity and you know, okay, this is why I'm doing this is why I'm going into this is why I'm doing this. Okay, I'm learning graphics because I want to build my brand, and I want to be able to be making my carousels on Instagram, or I want to host my next class, I want to do my flyer myself, I want to be able to produce my slides and do all those things. Yeah, you have clarity on what you want to do, you have clarity about your steps, so it's justifiable. But if the reason, good evening, Elizabeth, if the reason you are going into that thing is unknown, you know,
because Emeka did, you want to do fear of missing out and what's it called, shiny object syndrome. The next new thing. What's the next new thing around? You see, the new boy is crypto. Crypto is just is bullish. Everywhere is going bullish. Carry your money and go and put in crypto. Let me not tell you what crypto did to me, but it's well. It's all good. Now, okay, good. I'll answer this question. I'll answer this question. Deborah, thank you for asking. Um, I'll answer this and I'll get back to what I was talking about, clarity and self-discovery, right? I'll answer that. Now, a coach, a coach is there to take you through a specific process, lead you to a specific destination. A coach is there to teach you that thing written in the flyer. If you said learn how to do graphics design in 30 days or less, fine. The guarantee is in 30 days or less, you should be able to design beautiful flyers, and that's the end of the relationship. You know, anything that goes beyond that to into hand holding, you know, okay, report to me after this, report to me after this. Okay, this is what I did. Okay, this is how I was able to do this. This is what report. That direct communication is more of mentorship. Again, mentorship is out of the box. It's not unidirectional. It's not so straightforward. It's not so official. It's not so formal. There's a lot of informality with mentorship. Okay, mentorship can touch a lot of a lot of different topics, quite different. Okay, now there are so many things. They are intertwined. A mentor is a coach. A mentor is a coach. A mentor is always a coach, but not all coaches are mentors. Not all coaching relationships are mentoring relationships. Okay. In fact, there are people who don't even want to mentor people. I've met people like that. They are doing well online. There's nothing wrong with them. I understand them very well. I know one, he was saying never. Him mentor people. Never. Everybody should carry his own cross. He said it and I was like, I least expected it from this person. Well, he doesn't owe me anything. It's his life. He doesn't want anything to hold him. That's his own ideology, anyways. And he's entitled to his opinion. Whatever experience he may have had, maybe the first mentees he tried to have broke his heart or whatever. Fine. Okay. So a mentor is always a coach. A coach is not always a mentor, right? Coaches they are straightforward. Let's achieve this specific purpose that you came here for. You came to learn graphics design. You came to learn how to run ads. You came to learn how to do this. You came to learn affiliate marketing. So when you are done learning that, your journey with them has ended. If you paid, your money has expired. Coming back to come and tell your coach, hey sir, my head is aching. I don't know why I'm not feeling too strong today. My tummy is turning me and I just broke up and it's affecting my mental health. Wahala, you're on your own. You're on your own. No, that's not for your coach. They will not even reply you. Many of them will not reply But this informality is the experience you get with mentoring. you know Depending on the relationship you have with your mentor, you can literally tell them a lot of things, can tell them a lot of things about you. Okay, and they can help guide you through. Now there are different kinds of mentoring. I won't go into them now. Or let me say different kinds of mentors. There are dead mentors, there are distant mentors. Okay, dead mentors, people like Miles Monroe, people you can pick up their contents and go through their books and read and stuff like that, and actually they help guide or direct your life. There are distant mentors. Okay, their books are available, they are still alive, their books are available, they're on Amazon, on their contents on YouTube and stuff. They put out content. They can be doing that intentionally because they know, okay, I'm guiding people, I'm putting people through a process. Or they may not even know you, they may not even know that, you know but they're just living their lives and you're admiring them, you're following them. Those are distant mentors. Now There are um close mentors. Okay, these are the ones who are more involved in your life, who want to be more involved with what you are doing. People you can call by by 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8, 9, 10, 11. You can call. Okay, this is what you are going through right now. This is what you are trying to do. And they say, okay, call me tomorrow or call me next week. Let's talk. That kind of thing. It's more informal. All right. Your coaching expires with the purpose of the coaching. It's more direct. There's a specific objective or specific objectives that once you cover those objectives, it has ended. you know or when you are talking about mentoring, you are talking about life. Although mentoring can cut across different fields, there are specific mentoring programs. You can see people who are graphics design mentors. You register for their class and then you sign up for their mentorship program. They're not going to tell you, how did I do this journey? How did I do this journey? How did I enter here and do this and do this? Mentorship is kind of, is not straightforward. It's rigor. Permit me to use that that vernacular. Is not straight. Okay, it's a life course kind of coaching. Yeah. So that's the difference. That's the difference. As a Roma, he said I should tell you what crypto did to me. Crypto sent me into the trenches, like into, not even to. It sent me into. I came crashing into the trenches. I broke my back. I broke all my bones. But I'll fly again. Is well. Crypto, is well. It's just well. Don't mind me. The thing is this, my own is not, it's not even that I jumped into it. I did a lot of speculation. I learned, I bought courses, I bought programs, I registered in courses and all that. But when the whole thing started coming, when the deep started coming, I didn't see it coming. I mean, I didn't see that. It was too fast. It got to a point I was like, okay, this one has happened. Let's wait. Let's know if the market will recover to go down again. Let's wait to go down. At the point I was like, is not what I put here that I'm seeing here. I mean, it was too bad. So I gave up. I was like, whatever will happen, let it happen. I left everything there, uninstalled the application. I mean, I left everything, just left it. So that's it. You wanted to know. You wanted to know as a so now you know. Okay. So back to clarity and self-discovery. You have to be able to understand who you are, okay, what you are wired for, what you can do per time. What works for the goose may not work for the gander. And one of the things that would help you in this journey of self discovery is breaking the myths in the way of your learning and growth. You see, myths and biases, they are your enemies of progress, your biggest enemies. You will hear people come and tell you things like, if you don't do only one thing, you will never succeed. If you don't read for 30 hours, if you don't read 100 books in a year, you can never succeed. If you don't do this, you can never succeed. If you sleep at night, thunder will fire your success. All those things are very terrible. The funny thing is that I don't do most of those their rules. I don't follow most of those rules because I understand myself. And come on, when you've been able to try something and see results, and then somebody is telling you that if you don't do the way he does it, you are not going to succeed. Meanwhile, you've actually started seeing great results with what you are doing. You just laugh at that person. So that has been my experience to a huge extent. People will come and tell me, if you don't niche down, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, go ahead, go on Facebook, search me up. Look at all the flyers I've been posting. Check the title, the caption, the title under my name. You will see what I'm telling you. Hardly will you see the same thing twice or three times. This one is self-confidence coach. This one is self-identity coach. This one is personal development coach. This one is personal branding coach. This one is e-learning consultant. This one is a LinkedIn optimization coach. The other one is networking coach or human connection strategist. The other one is physiotherapist. The other one is physical health advocate. The other one is so many, those different things, right? And that has brought me speaking gigs. It has brought me people. It has made me, you know, connect with a lot of people. I've used it as an advantage because I understand myself. I've been able to gain clarity with my journey. Okay, so what works for the goose may not work for the gander. What how do I put it? What works for the goose may kill the gander, if I may say. You know, goose, a male geese is called gander. The female is called goose. If I'm not wrong, I think did I get it? Did I get it right? Or probably the singular is goose. I can't remember. I think the singular is goose. Yeah, the female is goose, then the male is gander. So people say what works for the goose, what is good for the goose is good for the gander, but that's not true. What's good for the goose may kill the gander. Okay, the goose will lay eggs, so you should force the gander to lay eggs because they said what's good for the goose is good for the gander. It's relative, anyways. It's relative. It's relative depending on what view, what perspective you are coming from. So you must be able to think critically. Critical thinking is a key skill that would help you in your journey of self-discovery. You have to be able to look at all those things and say, okay, let me put this into perspective. Is this the right time for this? Is this going to work for everybody, including myself? Is this a binding rule for all? Are there people who have been able to do this without doing this? When I started seeing research, make research your friend. Simple research, simple. Let me not even go deep as to Google Scholar, PubMed, what is it called again? What is this other website? Uh, Google Scholar, ResearchGate. Yes, you know. So one of the things I did, there was a period when all these myths were just trending. These successful people read 50 books a year, successful CEOs read a book a day, successful people sleep 3 hours at night, 6 hours. There was a point I almost killed myself. I would sleep late and then I'll try as much as possible to wake up early. Once my alarm blasts, I've woken up and I'll sleep through my devotion, deceiving myself. You know, that kind of devotion that you are doing, you'll be telling God, God, I'm sorry. I know I'm not praying, but let's just manage. This sleep is too much. You know, I was losing concentration. I wasn't able to do anything well. You know, I wasn't able to concentrate. I couldn't read when when the day breaks. And I was like, what's all this? Just because I listened to one motivational speaker. No offense at motivational speakers, no dissing them, but some of them take it overboard. You know, some of them take it overboard. Some of them are even lying to you. I listened to this guy and he was so passionate telling the story of how he sleeps. I think is it 3 hours or 4 hours a day. You know, how if you wake up earlier than the rest of the world, you are more likely to succeed because that's when the whole world is quiet. So sleep when the world is awake and wake up when the world is sleeping. And like when I remember the things I I almost believed, like I feel like flogging myself just because of his experience. I wanted to go and do my own. Said I was going to, oh, Shebi's, this is you people's success secret. Ah, I found it. So let me go and do my own and overtake this man. Ah, I tried and I scattered my sleep cycle. See, don't joke with your sleep. Don't joke with your sleep, please. Please. Some of the things you are doing now in the name of hard work could be setting you up for disaster in future. Some people carry ticket. That's why individuality is very important. Individuality is key. I always preach this. Understand you, understand what works for you. You must not stay awake all night to be successful. I'll tell you what I did. I'm still telling you a story. In fact, so many things are coming to my head. So I did all that and I found out that I scattered my sleep cycle. I was not concentrating. I had to just respect myself and start sleeping well again. Forced myself to start sleeping and allowed my body to restore to its the way it is. So what I try to do instead is to use my daytime very well, so that when it's night, I'll sleep without feeling guilty. Sometimes I make up, sometimes I try to make up, but when I do make up, I try to compensate again. What do I mean? Whenever I stay up at night, because sometimes you can't help it, sometimes I'll feel guilty if I don't read during the day, if I don't study or something, or I don't do something productive. So at night I'll feel like, no, I can't do this to myself. Let me just continue. Let me just read. I'll be feeling sleepy, but yet I'll deny sleep and I'll read maybe 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 pages, and then I could go to bed. Now, when I do something like that, unless I sleep around 3 or 2, I try as much as possible not to wake up until it's 9 o'clock. I won't wake up until it's 9 o'clock. So I can allow my body to refresh and recharge. All right. So that's it. Now, one of the things I was doing then that helped me was, whenever I see all those things, that successful this thing don't sleep 8 hours a day, I went and searched on Google. I just went and did a simple Google search. List of successful entrepreneurs, of successful people in the world who sleep 8 hours a day. They were even showing me some people that were saying that they sleep more than eight. Some of them were sleeping 10 hours every day. Some of them will tell you boldly they don't joke with their sleep. Jeff Bezos is one of them. Jeff Bezos confesses that he sleeps 8 hours every day. He doesn't joke with his sleep. It's great for optimal brain performance. You know, there's a limit to what you can actually do with all these things. You can't keep denying yourself sleep. And at the end of the day, you don't even know you are building up future diseases. You are building up disaster, a ticking time bomb. If you're not resting well, sleep deprivation kills. It's very toxic, it's very harmful to your health. I tell you as a health professional, you know, very harmful. Sleep deprivation is rated as a carcinogenic activity. What do I mean? It has the potentials of causing cancer in different levels, in different systems. It can even set you up for high blood pressure. A lot of things can go wrong. Drowsiness, you can fall on the street. You can, a lot of things can just go wrong. So you have to understand your system. There's some people it works for. They sleep 3 hours and there's no problem. Maybe it's the way they are wired, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for you exactly the way it works for them. Okay, so you have to understand that. Let's continue. Let's continue. Um, you have to understand what works for you, right? And I said, think critically. Now, the next thing is, you have to analyze. For you to gain clarity, you have to analyze. You have to ask yourself questions. Why am I here? You know, what am I doing here? You have to ask yourself questions. What can I offer to who? How will I offer that particular thing? How do I get it to the people I want to offer it to? Okay. So I'll start with this checklist I always go over, this 7 piece checklist. And the first one is personality. I recommend 16personalities.com. You can go there and take a test, on your personality, understand yourself. That's where it begins. Okay. Understand your strengths and your weaknesses. In economics, they call it SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Understand your weaknesses, understand your strengths. I am not part of those. I'm not of the party that will tell you focus on your strengths and ignore your weaknesses. No, I would never tell you that. Focus on both of them. Your strengths have a reason, your weaknesses have a reason. Your strengths, build on them so that you can use them to get what you want. You can launch your strengths, you can offer your strengths, you know, there's a lot of things to do with your strengths. So focus on them, understand them, explore them. There are some strengths that you have that you don't even know, you know. So find them, harness them properly. But that's when you know them. You can only harness when you know. Now, the next one is weaknesses. Your weaknesses are going to drag your strengths to the mud. if you don't take care of them, okay, your weaknesses are going to drag your strengths to the mud. If you don't take care of them, you have to be able to, you know, figure this thing out. You have to be able to find out, okay, what are the challenges you have? What are the weaknesses you have that are keeping you from manifesting your dreams? And you start working on them. That's the reason you have weaknesses, so that you can work on them or you can outsource them. But you have to identify them first. Okay? You have to identify them first. So let's say your weakness is antagonistic to your dream. Work on it. If it's a personal weakness, a human weakness, work on it. You want to be a public speaker, but you find out that you are shy. Your everything in you is telling you, I am going to be a public speaker and I will speak to millions of people. But I'm shy. I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want people to see my face. I don't want people to know me or something like that. You are shy. You have to work on that shyness being a weakness. Don't ignore. I see a lot of people teach that. In fact, a lot of coaches. I heard one coach who claimed to be a top coach traveling around and stuff tell me, what she teaches is people to ignore their weaknesses. All these things are flying around. Close your ears to it. Find out your weakness and build on it. Sometimes you can even convert your weakness to a strength, and it becomes a pain to purpose kind of thing. You can tell people, oh, I was once an introvert, but this is what I was able to do, and speak in front of an event of 10,000 people. This is how I was able to do it. Okay, so work on your weakness, especially if it has something to do with your future, your dreams. Work on your weakness. Okay, so the next thing is, um yeah, I also forgot to say, or I said it already, I want to make emphasis. Outsource your weakness if you can. Use your strengths, outsource your weakness if you can. If it's beyond you, let's say you found out that graphics design is like me, myself, and graphics design it has used Oraimo code to finish my neck. Graphics design, I paid and paid and paid and paid and paid up till today. I can't design anything meaningful. I just couldn't, you know, and I would have outsourced. I would recommend that kind of outsourcing. But it came to a point I started getting volunteers. I started getting my mentees who did graphics design effortlessly, very good at their craft. Cornelius is one of them, Abodering Cornelius. So he would just come in and what design, what are you, what do you want to do, give me details, and he would do my designs beautifully well. So um that's him filling up the slot of my weakness. It's very similar to outsourcing. So that thing that it's very important in your business, in your life, or you can't do it so well, you can outsource. You can pay other people to do it for you, but don't just ignore it and say, yeah, let me leave this one because I don't know how to do design. Let me just be speaking. Let me be doing my teaching without flyers because it's my week. No, 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 no. Okay, fine tune yourself, build yourself all round, all round, all round. You shouldn't only develop your strengths, also develop your areas of weakness. So still on understanding your personality type, know who you are, know what you want, know what ticks you, know what is your thing, whether you are introvert or extrovert, whether you are melancholy or sanguine or phlegmatic or choleric. What makes you flare up, what makes you angry, what makes you tick, what do you enjoy. All those things are part of you, your personality trait. Okay, it's in you, it's your as a result of nature and nurture, your environment and your genetic makeup, the way you were born, deposits from your parents, from your grandparents. It runs in you. And then also, as a result of what the environment has put in you. Okay, so don't neglect it when choosing what to do now or what to do next. Understand what you are cut out for.
The fact that other people are doing it and it's working doesn't mean it will work for you. It doesn't mean it's your thing. So when when you want to do something and something in you just keeps dragging and saying, this is not my thing, this is not my thing, but other people are doing it. There are millions of things that other people are doing. Let me tell you at this point, there is potential, there is profit in every single thing in this world, including toothpaste manufacturing, including yam pounding or fufu pounding. There's profit in everything. It depends on how you play your games, how you play your cards. It depends on where you are, your environment at a particular point. It depends on a lot of factors. The buying power of the people you are with. So don't think that money is only in affiliate marketing or cryptocurrency. No, money is also in speaking. There's money in speaking. There's money in teaching, training. There's money in writing. You can write out millions. But because a lot of people are distracted, they are not keen enough to stick with the process and actually get to the point where they can exploit the benefits that will come from what they are doing. So they end up jumping around so much without clarity. I'm not saying you can't do many things. No, I bought affiliate marketing course, the affiliate marketing program expert. Now I'm a member of Lenoflix. You know, I do a lot of things. I write, I speak, I teach, I consult. You know, I do forms, I design form professional forms. I do a whole lot of things. You know, but there's a part of me I'm trying to explore or bring out part time, depending on what God has positioned me for at that moment. Yeah. So that's it. You have to be able to check your personality. If your body is telling you, your mind is telling you, your soul is telling you, your spirit is telling you, this is not my thing, please don't ignore. Don't ignore. For me, I know network marketing is not my thing. Network marketing, I can teach you how to connect with people. I can teach you how to, meet people and connect with them. I can even teach you how to sell your idea, sell your message, sell your product to people. But for me to come and say, bring this person, let's go and bring this person, let's go and bring this, and at the end of the day, maybe somebody will break the link, maybe somebody is not confident enough to bring another person, and I'll start worrying about that person. No, I don't have that kind of energy. You know, it's not my thing. It's not something I enjoy doing. I don't, you know. So I tell people on time. I've had a lot of people that once they say, you have this kind of following online, you have this kind of this, you have built a brand, you should join our team. You should join our this is the thing that will make you big. And I'll say, sure, teaching can make me big, speaking can make me big, writing can make me big. I don't have to be in your camp to make it big. No, okay. That's one thing. That's one thing you should understand, and not impose anything on yourself thinking that you are missing out. All right. So I believe you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. And I hope you're enjoying this session. So the next one is passion. I've taught these things over and over and over again. Okay. So I'll run through it quickly. Next one is passion. What do you have passion for? Passion is associated with strong emotional attachment. What is that thing that drives you? That thing that you can feel, you can go crazy about. You can go crazy. It's like whenever you start it, the whole world has paused. Everybody's on pause so that you can enjoy that thing. You have to find out, put all these things down, create a checklist, analyze. Okay. And at the end of the day, you can bring out 4, 5, 6 pillars that you would want to focus on for the next 1 year, for the next 2 years, for the next phase of your life, or for this new phase of your life.
Okay, the other ones can count as distractions. They may come in, breeze in and breeze out. But after you analyze these things, these 7 strong points, you can say, okay, this is what I really want to do, and this and this. Okay, because they match. Now, I've talked about personality, passion, what you really want to do, what drives you, what makes you happy, or something you are doing probably because of a sad experience or painful experience, or an emotional experience you had, and is attached to that activity, so that pushes you forward into that thing. Okay, as passion. As passion. So you may teach because you are passionate about it. This is what I love to do. you know this is what it could the emotion could be anything you enjoy. You are angry and you are doing that particular thing because you're angry. A lot of those emotions, you should pick that and know what gives you that vibe. What gives you that vibe? So the next one is proficiency. There's something you are good at. There's no human being on earth that doesn't have a skill. There's no human being on earth that came without potentials. There's no human being on earth that God did not deposit a lot of good things in. There are thousands, millions, billions of potentials in you. It's not one. You are not good at only one thing. That's the funny thing. That's the surprising thing. Okay? That's the surprising thing. So um that's the area of proficiency or profession. You have to be able to know what you do well. What do people commend you for? What do people pick your brain on? People are coming to you. This your Instagram handle is fine. Oh, how did you design your this thing like this? This one is A, this one is T, this one is O. How did you do these things? So fine. Please teach me. And you tell them, okay, let's get on Zoom. Because you don't even know that that same thing is what people are charging other people $1,000 to do. You don't know that that's what some people are charging to do. Social media managers, they will charge somebody $1,000 and they will just go and revamp their Instagram profile and be helping them copy their posts from Facebook to Instagram, use their Facebook post and create carousels and put it on Instagram. These are things that make life easy. But because you have it, because you stumbled on it by chance, you feel like everybody should know it. After all, common knowledge is common. It's not true. Common knowledge is not always common. In fact, common knowledge is never common. Okay? So you uh, um have these things. People are coming to you for them. Take note of those things. Those things that people tell you, wow, you do well, you sing well, you whenever you talk, I feel encouraged, you do this well, you cook well, wow, your stew is the best in the world. Take note of all those things. Take note of them, they will come in handy. Whenever I'm around you, I don't want to go. That's a pointer. Oh, your handwriting is fine. That's a pointer. The problem with many people is that they keep thinking about the big stuff. They get so obsessed about other people's victories and successes, other people's achievements, that they don't see their own endowments. Could that be you? That you look at somebody, this person is doing graphics design, and look at how fine his design is. I've not even started life. Kai. Another person just say he's a web developer. See code. See codes everywhere. How did this person get to this? All these people, all these tech people self. This person has joined this one. This person has joined ALX, has joined this one, is learning from this, is learning product design. What am I doing in my life? I should just kukuma start joining them. So you go and anyone you see they apply, you go and apply. 2 days into the program, you realize that this is not for you. Because a lot of times you've been ignoring what you already have and you don't see the things you already have. So you keep looking and admiring what is in others. Okay? You have to be able to introspect. You have to be able to look within and dig out your own gold, your own diamonds from you. What do people say you are good at? What do you know you are good at? from feedback that you've been receiving, from messages that you've been receiving, from what people have been saying about you, even behind your back. All those things, they're pointers. Your experiences that you've had, things you've built, no matter how small, you've been able to manage a group, you've been able to fill up one WhatsApp group with 500 people. You don't know that there are some organizations that since they started in 2006 till now, they've only been having meetings and only 6 people have been coming to the meeting every year. Only 6 every year, once in a month. And that 6 times 6 is 36. That's 6 years. 2006. Add another 6, 2018. That's is it not 42? So highest, maybe in 10 years, they've trained 100 or they've trained maybe 500 people. And then you can organize a training and pull in 500 people within a few days. You think that is not leverage? You think you don't have something huge? Come on, come on. So that's also a pointer. Find out all those things that you do well. You can do me a favor of going to write a list of everything that you do well, no matter how funny they sound or foolish they sound. Write them out. All the things. In fact, I think it should be the first assignment I'll give all of you. It may seem too basic, but please do it. Okay, get a sheet of paper, right, and write everything that you do so well, everything that you know you can do well in this life. Write them down. If there are 50, write them. In fact, my assignment to you, my personal assignment, is to write nothing less than 20. Okay, nothing less than 20. I don't care whether you make money from it or not. I don't care whether you think there's anything to do with it or not. Just write it. You may be shocked when you finally write it out. You may be very shocked. So go ahead and do it this night. Okay, I'll submit it tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, proficiency, what you do well, could be a pointer to your destiny, your direction, you know. So the next one is profit. Consider where the money is. Ask yourself where the money is. Where will I get the money? What can I make money from? Out of all the things I have, what can I make money from and how? What are the systems I need to set up? These are things you have to consider. What do you see yourself making money with? What do you see other people making money with? Okay. You can't, at this point, you can't be considering, I'm not saying it's bad, but you can't be considering going to teach in a primary school that will frustrate you and your salary is 25K, what you can earn in a day. I won't advise that to even to my enemies. No, you shouldn't. There's leverage everywhere. You can do even what you want to do, you can do it online. If you say satisfaction or purpose that you want, go and find something else that will give you money. Don't come and tie yourself in that system. Find something else that will give you money and do that one as mission, mission work. You can start going school to school, volunteer. Tell them this week I want to spend time with your students. All the students who are having problem in mathematics, I want to raise them from rookie to expert in maths, from zero to hero in mathematics, zero to hero program, 1 week or 2 weeks. You deliver it for free and go. It's not salary you came for, we will know. But to come and tell me that you are going to come and sit down and spend all the time frustrated, your school owner is insulting you, disturbing you, and at the end of the day, your salary is just peanuts, it's horrible. No, I won't advise that. So you have to consider where the money is so that you can put your energy there. Find out those things, find out what you need, find out all the elements that you need. Okay, these are what I need to learn. I need to learn sales, I need to learn copywriting, content writing, digital marketing. I need to learn how to create landing pages. I need to learn how to run ads, all those things, for this one to work, for this area to work. Is there money in this area? Yes. Okay, that's what will influence whether you would want to be a corporate trainer or a lecturer. Both of them are teaching. Both of them, they are teaching. But you can't, within your heart of heart, and most of your lecturers you've talked to, if they should retain you in that school, you cry. Most of your lecturers that you've talked to, they don't have money. And look now, the schools and public universities are on strike. So there's a lot of factors you need to bring in. Lecturers are not happy. They are not being paid well. They are overused, underpaid. You can't just at the end of the day want to put yourself in that shoes again. No, no, you have to start making way for yourself by trying to understand and ask yourself, where's the money? If you don't have money, see, your passion will frustrate you. At a point, you'll be asking yourself if you're under a spell or a curse. Because the passion can break your back. Passion can make you faint in that class. You want to teach small children, you go there and faint. Small children you came to rescue you that day. Because you've not eaten, you've spent all your salary on the road, transport. You can't even buy gala and eat, walking up and down. So that's it. You have to consider profit. Okay? You have to consider pocket and preparedness. But before I go that, let me talk about purpose. Purpose. See, or let me end with purpose. Yeah, let me end with purpose. So pocket and preparedness. I'll talk about this and I'll talk about prospects. Pocket and preparedness. What are you ready for? What are you ready to commit to? What are you ready to submit to? This is in terms of your commitment, your loyalty, your submission, your money, your time, your energy. What are you ready to offer something for that will cost you? If you find out that, okay, this is the direction you've been paying for, some of you will probably, maybe this inner circle is the highest you've ever spent purchasing knowledge, highest you've ever spent on anything related to information or access. Okay. You never knew you could make such investments. You never knew. But you believed in yourself and you were able to pull it off. So that's a sign that there's something that you saw that made you come. There's something you saw in me or in what I deliver that made you feel, okay, this guy's got what I need. This is the direction I'm going. So I should be able to go to this direction with him. So you should be able to pick it as a pointer as well. If there's anything you've been buying, any course you've been buying, there's something you've been going for, training you've been attending. If they say there's an event here, there's a reason why you will not attend the concert that the video is coming for, or you will attend the one that John Obidi is coming for, or Chijioke right, is coming for. Okay? There's a reason. So you have to pick out those things. If there's a graphic design class going on, you are not paying attention, but you join. But then somebody now posts one. You may even have paid for the design class, but you're not paying attention. Somebody now posts one and it's on teaching. You know how to become an effective teacher, how to teach better and stuff. And you join and you find out that, man, you're enjoying it, you are following through, you are paying rapt attention, you are committing, you are putting your energy in the line. That's a sign. That's a sign. Okay? Where your money is going to, where your treasure is, there your heart is also. Wherever you lay up your treasures, those courses you've been buying, go and look at them, go and look at your catalog. There are things, there are different courses that keep repeating there. You should take note. Okay? You should take note of them. Those are pointers. So let me go to prospects. Prospects. I also talk about pain. Yeah, I also talk about pain. Pain. So this is another thing you have to know. There's purpose in your pain. There's always message in your mess. Whatever you are going through right now, the reason why you are going through that thing is because your today is somebody's tomorrow. You're going to stand in the point, you know, as a contact point for somebody and say, hey, I've been here. I've experienced this. And you can come out of it. This is my epiphany. This is my story. This is how I escaped this. This is how I was able to get through this. And you too can. So see opportunity in your pain. See opportunity in your pain. See purpose in your pain. You know, see, let me tell you the truth. At some point in your life, you may have wished, or let me say, you would wish you had worse yesterdays. You know, sincerely, you wish you had scars that you can tell of, so that your story will not be boring. So appreciate every little pain you have, every little scar you have. That's what makes your story interesting. Even if it's what you are going through right now, even if it's what you are going through right now, maybe you don't understand your left from your right, you feel confused, you feel bad or beaten, or you feel lost, or maybe you don't have money right now. I mean, your account balance can testify to what I'm saying. You look at it and you're like, man, I've been toiling, I've been wrestling, I've been doing so much and getting so little, and you feel bad. Maybe it's your job, you know, you've you've been in and out of of work. You've tried so much and it seems like things are not really working. you know Maybe it's workplace abuse. That's over stress, underpay kind of thing. And because of your experience, you are able to relay the message well to somebody else who is going through something similar. Because of your experience, you are going to be able to say, hey, look, I went through this, so I understand you. If you don't have such experience, your message is going to be mere motivational talk. Hmm? And it is what everybody can do. Everyone can go to YouTube, listen to two messages from Liz Brown, or what's his name? Tony Robbins, you know, one or two messages, and then they come out in the streets and start claiming I'm a motivational speaker. But you listened, you just learned from the superficial experiences. This is like feeding people meat that has been, how do I put it? Okay, feeding yourself with meat that has been eaten and digested by somebody else. So you just get the remains of the meat and you eat, and you feel like you've eaten. You are feasting on their experiences. These people are able to share this and it connects, it goes viral. That pulse is there, that energy is there because it is stemming from their experiences and their pains. Some of the people you see who are the best motivational speakers in the world, check their life story. They live the harshest lives. When you listen to Jack Ma talk, you will know that that man came from the trenches. He came from the trenches. This one is not even. We saw his pictures. Go online and read the story. If you call to that, he came from this the pit of suffering, if I may, and that is why he's able to relate. That's why when he speaks, there's something else that comes from him because of his experiences. Okay, so your pain has not come to kill you. Your pain has come to teach you. Your failures didn't come to fertilize you or to brutalize you. No, your failures came so that you can learn lessons that you can use to help another person tomorrow, lessons that will teach you the right way to do stuff for your own sake, so that you don't repeat the same mistakes again tomorrow. Lessons that will help you make new decisions and take up new direction. Let me give you an example. Maybe you were sacked from your work, and the moment you were sacked, it dawned on you, hey, I wasn't building anything. And because I was not building anything sustainable, what if I had family to take care of? It is going to affect them. Now, it is happening to you now that you don't have families because God does not want you to experience that in the middle of the sea. So He does it while you are still on the land. So that at least when you fall, you will not be eaten by sharks. You won't drown in a place where nobody can rescue you. You can still dust yourself. You are still alive. You can still dust yourself and say, "We move." Let's continue. you know. So you have to be able to take up these lessons and say, "Oh, this is why this is happening." Change your view, your perspective of that pain. See purpose in it. Okay. Make a message from every mess you've been into. There's a message in there. So that's it. That's another thing that can give you a pointer to your destiny. Your pains, your past experiences. Why is it that most people who advocate against gender-based violence are victims of it? Most people who advocate against what is it called? Against girl child discrimination or girl child whatever, they are victims of it in many ways. Most people who advocate against rape, you know, man inhumanity to man, they are victims of it. Most people who advocate against the effect against wars, terrorism, they are victims of it because they understand the language of pain. So they are not empty motivational talkers. So use your pain. I've been saying many things. You have to now pick up where to run from. Right? Now, the next one is prospects. Prospects, yeah. Prospects. I've said this before. Let me just, highlight it again. Understand who your market is. Understand who your market is. You know, who are your audiences, your audience members, so that you can speak to them. Understand where you are strategically positioned per time. Okay. If you are doing your NYSC, most people around you will be NYSC people. If you are in secondary school, most people around you will be teenagers. When you are married, a lot of people in your contact list will be married women like you. To understand your prospects that you have access to part time, people who you already have close contact with, close access to. Okay. And then people you want to reach out to, you must not have access to them. Maybe you want to reach out to them. These are the people you want to serve. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can still hear me. Hope you can hear me. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments and let me know if you have been enjoying this. We are rounding off. We are rounding off. Just 5 minutes more. We're done. I'd like to see your comments. I'd like to see your comments. Let me know who's still with me or you've left me. You've left me to be giving motivational talk. Okay. Who is still here with me? Okay. I await so that I can at least see a comment before going on. Um, okay. Okay. I think I'll just go on and once you get to this point, just let me know. I think probably mine is a bit faster and most of you didn't join early, so maybe you're still some minutes backwards, but it's fine. It's fine. So like I was saying, prospects, understand who you want to reach out to, understand who you have access to per time. Okay. Understand what they can afford. Just in case you want to launch anything, you also have to consider these people, right? You want to start doing um um human hair business, or let me say, you want to start barbing business in a country of bald people. You know what it means to be bald? No hair on your head, but you want to start barbing there. You buy clippers and you start asking them to come. They will gang up and they will beat you. So you have to consider these things, consider your prospects, consider people you have access to, people you can reach with your message, understand their own pain points and their problems too. Now, the next thing is purpose. The next thing is purpose. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me see my group. Let me see the group. So I would know. I would know. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, good, good, good. I've seen your comment. I've seen your comment, David. I wonder why I wasn't seeing comments anymore on the YouTube video, the comment section. So yeah, that kind of scared me. Okay, Rama, can you hear me? Okay, okay, okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Interesting. So good. You have to be able to study your audience, study your target market, who you want to target per time, and know what they need. Understand their pain points, understand their language, understand their challenges, so that you'll be able to serve them adequately. So these things are components of you, components calling out from within. Okay, the fact that you come to a school and then you find out that, okay, this is a secondary school and most of them don't have textbooks. How do I get external support to help these people get textbooks that they need? That's a, you have surveyed the environment, and this is what I want you to be: a problem solver, be a solution. In every environment you find yourself, there's always something you can be doing part time. There's always something you can be providing as a solution to the environment you find yourself. Okay, so that's situational purpose, and that's why I decided to talk about prospects or people. Right now, the next one is purpose. Understand this: you have a deeper calling. You have a deeper calling. Every single individual in this life has, I won't call it something. I hate to see purpose as just one thing. It sounds so restricting to me. It means that once you fulfill that one thing, you should die. Somebody should just shoot you. One angel should just bring out gun and shoot you and you die. That's the end. No. But you have deposits of divinity in you. You have so many things, so many solutions that you carry in form of your skills, your talents, your ideas, your abilities. You have so many things that you have to offer. Okay, so you using what God has put in you to solve the chaos, the problems that exist in this world around you, in this cosmos, is you fulfilling purpose. A purposeful life is a selfless one. If you want to make money, if the reason you want to make money, the reason you want to be wealthy, the reason you want to be successful, you want to be famous, is just so you can amass certifications and awards and accolades to yourself, you've not found purpose. You don't understand purpose at all. But now you are looking at it from a different perspective, which I want you to. When you see your success, when you see your wins, when you see your victory, when you see your wealth, you no longer see yourself or your immediate family only. You are seeing that young man on the streets hawking when his mates are going to school. You are seeing that beautiful little girl who sold gala to you. You are seeing that layman on the streets who still has hands that can walk and can make shoes that can make him millions in your company, maybe. You are seeing people who deserve to live. You are seeing that depressed young girl that was molested and raped just because she wanted a better living for herself. You are seeing that depressed young boy who wrote an exam in school the third time and still failed and doesn't want to go back home. Or probably goes back home and, it seems the world is falling apart because everyone just seems to blame him for the failure. Meanwhile, school did not give him a better hand. You are seeing those families in pain, in bondage,
because the federal government refused to pay the parents for all the work they've done, because the employer has decided to lay off the dad or the mom at a very, very trying and difficult time. You are seeing these pains. And the truth about it is that it's not going to let you rest. It's going to hunt you down. Yes, purpose will haunt you. It's going to hunt you down. It's going to chase you till you are down. There are times when I think about these things and I don't sleep. I mean, I could literally stay up. I get consumed because I'm not thinking about myself now. It's externally directed. What do I do to make the world better? When you begin to hear stories from people, you realize that there's a lot more. There's a lot more that you can do. There's a lot more that you should do to fill in that gap. That is you fulfilling purpose. Please, the reason you are doing this thing, the reason you are here, the reason you are trying to be successful per se, the reason you are trying to build a brand, you are trying to stand out, don't just revolve everything around passion and necessity. They are good, but please, if you must have a bigger why, connect to real purpose. Connect to real purpose. Don't go into any business because you want to say, "Hey, I want to make the reason I'm doing this is just because the reason I'm doing all the things I'm doing is just because I want to make money and buy car for myself and buy car for my mom and build a house and stay happily ever after." No, 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 no. The truth is, if that's your wish, if that's all, that thing can come tomorrow. It can come so quickly. And at that point, you realize that success can be a curse because you'll be so confused and unsatisfied, unfulfilled. I think dissatisfied. I don't even know which one's correct again. Whichever, I know you understand what I'm saying. So, if your desire is to be rich as a young lady, your desire to be rich is just because you want to have money and buy anything you want, buy the best dresses and stuff. And before you even start out to launch, one young, handsome, wealthy prince comes and asks for your hand in marriage. And at points like that, you may even be confused because you can't think clearly. You've surrounded yourself with personal ambition and you've lost sight of purpose. So you just want things that would help you fulfill, accumulate things that would massage that your passion and meet your needs quickly. So your senses of judgment are not so accurate. Your antennas of judgment are not so accurate at points like that. So you can succumb to anything. A politician comes, you get married, and then you discover that everything you've wanted, they are here with you. You know, you want a new wardrobe. That's you. In fact, your life target was to have 50 million in your account, and that's all. And then somebody comes, your bride price is that 50 million, and he sends you 100 million the first day. You step into that and you are like, you've arrived. But at that point, you could realize that there's a whole lot more work to do. Okay, lot more work to do. So that's it. Purpose is beyond you. Purpose is beyond you. Whatever you are doing, attach it to purpose. And it is multi-dimensional. It's not just one thing. It's not just one. It's multi-dimensional. So it depends on the aspect of you that you want to explore as a solution at time. In school, I used to have this uh episodes of looking at my classmates and trying to figure out from their expressions if they were really, really happy. learning. I asked some of them questions personally. It got to a point I had to take some of the issues to my HOD, the head of my our head of department, and I laid some complaints. I was trying to understand and figure out what's the problem. Why is it that we can't even have a decent education? Why is it that it seems like all we are doing here is to come, cram, pour, and then run away? So some of those experiences prompted, even prompted the creation of Koga, Chijokotiba Growth Academy, because I feel like people need a chance to actually experience life-changing education, to experience education that works. It's a vision beyond me. It's a vision bigger than me. So that's what keeps me on my toes. And I advise you to also look into your vision, look within, look around, and find out how you can strategically position yourself to become the solution to the problems of many out there. So that's when life begins to actually make sense. And I hope this really got to somebody here. So I'm done with the session for tonight. I'm done with the session for tonight, and I would like to hear from you. It's over to you. Over to you. Over to you. Over to you. I would like to hear from you guys in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know how this went for you. Okay. Let me know. Mm, okay. So I'd like to know if anybody has any questions at all. I'll be glad to answer. So another thing is I'll be glad to see your feedback in the group. Yeah, I'll be glad to see your feedback in the group chat. You can always come back to this video, and if you want to refresh your memory, want to get that awakened vibe, you want to awaken that energy, you can always get back to this video. So it's going to be available not immediately after. The video may not be available after, let's say, an hour or two, because YouTube will be trying to re-upload it to YouTube, to upload the video to YouTube. So yeah, you can come back to it when it's available. So yeah, I'd like to see your comment on the group chat. Okay, that's one thing I want you to do. Like I said, this is going to be very participatory and very lively. Okay, so after each session, you can come to the group. I would expect to see your comments in the group. Yeah, tell me how it was tonight. Okay, so others who didn't even join will be encouraged to come and check it out. And it's always good to join in live. It's always good to join in live. I can assure you the experience is different. The experience is different when you are doing this live, and when you're watching the replay, you just be seeing, I just have 1 hour more, I just have 2 hours more. So yeah, the experience is different. So um you should you should try and always show up live. Okay, always show up live. So thank you very much. Thank you so much, Nkechi Chibuzo. Chibuzo, thank you. Rahma, thank you very much for showing up.
Deborah, thank you for showing up. Eze Iwoma, thank you for showing up. David Chibuzo, thank you very much. Adeze Mwaglu, thank you. Elizabeth Olawale, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much. Right? Yeah, Victoria Ajizi, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all for showing up tonight. And I know it's going to be an outstanding time. It's going to be an outstanding journey. It's going to be a very lovely journey for you and I. For you and I can assure you that it's going to be interesting. Okay, so have fun, have a wonderful night rest. Yeah, and enjoy yourself. Okay, see you in the next training session, the next coaching session. Okay, so I'll communicate with you via the group. I'll communicate with you via the group chat. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. Bye.